The Corn School on RealAgriculture.com is brought to you by BASF and Pride Seeds.
So we're here at Ridgetown College today, and we're going to talk about the Ontario Corn Performance Trials. And I'm here with Dr. David Hooker. And David, the trials have been around a long time, and there's a lot of trial information out there. I guess the question always begs, are they important? Are they relevant? Do we still need them?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, hybrid selection is critical to the management process. Really, I can't think of one management opportunity that we have out in the field to generate such a response in yield or response in crop performance than the hybrid or variety selection in itself. It's such a critical piece of the management puzzle, but unfortunately few really see the benefits of that. And just one mistake, for instance, in hybrid selection could result, and we have data to show this, and the difference between the top hybrid and the bottom hybrid could be as much as 80 bushel to the acre in terms of yield. And so I can't think of one management missed opportunity that could generate, or that you can lose 80 bushel to the acre from. But if you select the wrong hybrid, you could lose the 80 bushel to the acre. At the current price of corn, that's around $300 an acre. Mistake just for selecting the wrong hybrid. Now, your neighbor could be a fantastic seed corn salesman, your best friend, but maybe you need to look at some more data and as much data as possible to make the best hybrid decision that you can make.
And it really comes down to data, doesn't it? I mean, having a lot of data to help you sort, the negatives, the outliers, to push them aside. Is that where you can make the right decision, and sometimes where the wrong decisions go?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's lots of data sources. Like, the data is out there. We just have to appreciate the limitations of some of this data and appreciate also the positives of some of this data. Every data set has its plus. Every data set has its minuses, and we need to appreciate those pluses and minuses, bring data in from multiple sources, and then when that happens, of course, all the negatives seem to disappear, and you have a lot of pluses or a lot of positives from a lot of data sources, and that's how one can make the best informed decision, especially when choosing hybrids or cultivars.
Now, a final thing, when people get their hands on their report or they pull it up on the computer, I mean, typically it's all, you're going to go to hybrid yield and that it's yield. But there's a lot more in the report people should be looking at, right? Yeah,
exactly. So, for example, in the corn performance report, we have lodging characteristics, we have test weight characteristics, we have moisture, harvest moisture characteristics. All of those factors are important for managing corn and selecting the best hybrid. In addition for yield as well. And so, in addition to all that, also we have company information, and on the GoCorn.net website, we have different tools on that website to help facilitate decisions. Are ranking different hybrids. We have sorting features on spreadsheets on those web pages that can make the selection decisions a little bit easier. And so the Ontario Corn Performance Trial, so this is one example of a report from 2012. The 2013 data have not been compiled yet. Some of those fields are not harvested yet, unfortunately, due to the snow and due to the weather. But the difference between our top and bottom hybrid is 80 bushel to the acre in these trials. And so it's very important that we realize that there are some negatives to these trials and there are some positives. And so a few positives are that these trials, they're produced of a number of different hybrids. We have hundreds of different hybrids that are compared across different locations in this trial. And so it's very difficult to get hundreds of comparisons with field scale strip trials or for company data that might include some other hybrids, their own hybrids. And so this is a good trial, good comparison of hybrids from a number of companies. And then, so that is a big plus to this trial. And another one is that these are 4-row plots now, so the plots are fairly small, But we're looking at generally hybrid comparisons. That's what we want to look at, the hybrid performance. We're not interested in seeing different soil variabilities, for instance, in field length strip trials, or a strip trial that might encompass a big field. And so this trial basically is very focused on hybrid differences, and we can do that using small plots. And so we have 4 plots or 4 rows per plot, and we harvest the center 2 rows and for our yield. So we have very little negative neighboring effects on the hybrid performance. And so that's a new feature that was just included in these trials in the past couple of years.
Awesome. So data is now being collected. We've still got a couple of plots sitting out there. Are we looking early December sometime before we see them?
Yes, and so we always get the data out as soon as possible, but unfortunately sometimes Mother Nature throws a curve at us, and so we have a few trials out there yet to harvest. But those trials can wait. If we get delayed anymore, we can, because we're totally online now in terms of gocorn.net, we can publish what we have, and then that data can be updated later as we harvest those trials.
Awesome. So hey, we'll look for it in the weeks ahead.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.